It began as a whisper in the halls of the Pentagon, a ghost in the sky. In the summer of 2021, something circled the planet, undetected by the world's most advanced warning systems. It wasn't a satellite or a conventional rocket. This object moved at hypersonic speeds, re-entering the atmosphere with a purpose. It was a weapon that defied the known rules of military strategy. American intelligence pieced together the fragments. China had tested a hypersonic glide vehicle, launched from a fractional orbital bombardment system. The world had just changed, and most of us didn't even know it. This wasn't just another missile test, it was a technological leap. For decades, superpowers relied on early warning systems for security. This new weapon could fly under that shield, maneuvering unpredictably at over 5 times the speed of sound. It could strike anywhere on Earth, with little to no warning. The news sent a shockwave through the global defense community, a Sputnik moment for the 21st century. China now possessed a capability America did not, raising urgent questions about global security and the future of warfare. Beijing downplayed the event, but the evidence pointed to a military system of incredible sophistication. The era of predictable missile trajectories and comfortable warning times was over. A new, faster, and far more dangerous age of military competition had just begun. East Asia is a region of economic energy and deep-seated rivalries. The South China Sea and Taiwan Strait are among the world's most contested waters. China asserts dominance with its modernizing military, the US seeks to maintain the existing order. Japan is rearming and North Korea continues to develop advanced missiles. This is the backdrop for the hypersonic arms race. Nations are pouring billions into new ships, jets, and missile systems, all seeking an edge. Hypersonic missiles are the holy grail, fast, maneuverable, and nearly impossible to track. For China, they counter US naval power. For the US, they're about keeping pace. Smaller nations see them as a way to level the playing field. Every test, every exercise is watched closely. Tensions are high. The introduction of hypersonic weapons accelerates instability and shortens decision times in a crisis. The risk of miscalculation grows. The powder keg of East Asia now has a very fast-burning fuse. The US pioneered hypersonic research, aiming for global strike capability, but the technology proved daunting. Mach 5 flight brings extreme heat, pressure, and guidance challenges. America's early tests were public failures, while China advanced in secrecy. As US programs stalled, China invested in advanced wind tunnels and top scientific minds. Washington assumed China was catching up, until the 2021 test revealed it had leaped ahead. The test combined 2 terrifying concepts: a hypersonic glide vehicle and a fractional orbital bombardment system, or FOBS. FOBS puts a weapon into low orbit, allowing it to approach from any direction, even over the South Pole. This bypasses America's north-facing missile defenses, rendering them nearly useless. China hadn't just built a faster missile, it created a new way to deliver it. The strategic balance had shifted overnight. The US was caught off guard, facing a new era of vulnerability. The arms race had entered uncharted territory. The world was now on notice. What makes China's missiles so dangerous? It's the combination of speed, maneuverability, and a clever delivery method. The weapon travels at over 3,800 miles per hour, giving defenders only minutes or seconds to react. Unlike predictable ballistic missiles, this hypersonic glide vehicle can change direction mid-flight, flying low and fast. Its erratic path makes it a nightmare for defense systems. Radars may not see it until it's too late. The launch method, FOBS, adds another layer. The missile can circle the planet and attack from unexpected directions, like over the South Pole. America's missile defenses are oriented northward, leaving a southern approach wide open. This unpredictability is revolutionary, designed to defeat existing defenses. Intercepting it would require entirely new technology. None exists today. The test wasn't just an upgrade, it was a new category of threat. The US was unprepared to counter it. The world's security assumptions were shattered. The age of surprise attack had arrived. The rules of warfare had changed. The US government was stunned. General Milley called it a Sputnik moment. For years, America focused on counterterrorism while China developed technologies to challenge US supremacy. The 2021 test exposed a strategic blind spot and altered the balance of power. A weapon that can strike the US with little warning erodes the sense of invulnerability. Can America credibly defend its allies if its own bases are at risk of a surprise hypersonic attack? The arms race is accelerating. Billions are being poured into hypersonic programs and new sensors. Other nations will follow, making the world more complex and unstable than the old Cold War. The danger: multiple powers with unstoppable weapons, raising the risk of conflict by miscalculation. Will hypersonic weapons create a new deterrence? Or make war more likely? The ghost that circled the sky in 2021 casts a long shadow over our future. We stand at a crossroads: arms control or a new technological arms race. The choices we make now will define global security for decades to come.